Welcome back to another episode where we are honoring all our Pride members that we have lost. Today I'm going to tell you about two leopards. The first leopard very dear to my heart, his name is Zorro. So my granddad, when I grew up, he was my everything. And in September 2012, my granddad passed away. In October that same year, I had a dream where my granddad came to me and he called me Roosknop. I'm sending you a gift. On the 30th of November, there will be two leopard cubs that's born. The firstborn is my gift to you. And on the 30th of November, 8 o'clock the morning, Zorro and his brother Zion were born. They were born in front of my eyes from a mother that I raised. And I cannot tell you the disbelief, the emotions, the grief that came flooding again because of my granddad. But that boy I knew is going to serve a special place in my heart, in Kat's heart, and in everybody who met him. So Zorro was very lucky enough to be transported to Panthera Africa. He lived with Pardus, our black monkey. But unfortunately, end of that year, the veterinarian had a really bad day at office. Zorro was supposed to be sterilized and something went wrong. And because of this procedure, Zorro actually passed away. It was such a shock for us. It was such a normal procedure that was supposed to prevent breeding, one of our values that we do not breed animals in captivity. But unfortunately, like any human being, our vet had a bad day at the office. So it took me a long time. I had anger, I had resentment. I didn't want to see that vet in front of my eyes. But you know what? A couple of months later, I had another dream where Zorro took me in the airplane that we flew him to a specialist to help to possibly save him. And in that dream, he took me through his life, through him being born in captivity without his choice, him being hand-reared, not by his mom, but by humans without his choice, him being sterilized because of humans that has created that situation, not by his choice. And his message to me was, Lizanne, how can you not forgive the vet if it was not his choice to take my life that day? And hence to say, me and that vet are still friends till today. The lesson of forgiveness that Zorro has brought into my life, I cannot put words to it. He was our gentle giant. He was our silly monkey. He was the first golden leopard that lived at Panthera Africa. So Zorro, we think of you every day as well, my boy. Thank you for the lesson of forgiveness. So with the Zorro story, 2-3 years later, I got a phone call that there's another leopard that we can relocate. And immediately I was like, no way, not opening up this heart to another leopard. No way, it's done. My heart has got one leopard, has got my heart, and that's it. But then I went to meet this boy, and this boy's name was Sheba. He was, before the previous facility, he was raised for the hunting trade. He was fed to obesity for his skin to stretch. You will see in the photos how his whole belly hanged on the floor. He got severe arthritis. He was declawed because he was raised in a household. And then this facility that rescued him from that contacted us and said, can't we provide him a forever home? Well, I met that boy. I fell head over heels in love with him, and he came to our sanctuary. Me and Kat and our vet friend, we went up to relocate him. And once he moved here, he was the shyest boy that I have ever met. For 2-3 months, we wouldn't see him. He'll slowly move through the bushes in his enclosure to fetch his food, but there was just absolutely no visual on him. And at some time and point, me and Kat started to get really worried because is Sheba not happy? Why is he not presenting himself to us? Why is he not starting to trust us? And we got our animal communicator to check in with him. And she came back with the following message, that he has never felt so much love in his life. And my love for him and my want to have his approval and to have him safe is just too overpowering for him, and he doesn't really know what to do with that. So I needed to make a promise to step back and to allow him to move into this space when he was ready. And I'll never forget it. It was a warm summer morning. Lindsay, one of our ex-staff, she did a visit, and for the first time in months, I get goosebumps, Sheba walked onto his top platform in front of the visits. We have barely seen him. He was on top of the platform, in front of staff, in front of the visits. And Lindsay stood there, and after the visit, she came to me and she said, Liz, the weirdest thing has happened. She says, I kept on seeing a red hoodie, red hoodie, red hoodie. And she looked at me and she's like, Liz, you're wearing a red hoodie. So the message that came through that is Sheba finally showed Lindsay that he is ready for us to love him. He's ready for us to take care of them. And that's why honoring and respect in a human-animal relationship is so important. But the boy was a couple of years old, 16, 17 years old. His kidneys did start to fail. But the last days before the vet came to send him to heaven, he was basking in the sun. He was enjoying every sunrise and every sunset. The gratitude that I could feel from him was, there's no words to explain that gratitude. And unfortunately, the day he passed away, I was not here, but Kat and Taryn was here. And the gratitude I have for those two ladies and for Dr. Peter, our vet, that they gave him the most honorable send-off to heaven, death, whatever you want to call it. It was so fit for that boy. Sheba, Zorro, your golden spots will forever be at Panthera Africa. The lessons you guys have taught us, thank you. From me, from Taryn, from Kat, thank you. The rest of you, please stay tuned for more episodes. There's a lot more to come to honor these animals.